Okay, children, gather round. It's time for a story. This mystical fable has been passed down for generations by the shifty-looking man in the back alleyway. Yes, children, it is that classic fairy tale, Lesbian Red Riding Hood. No, not that one. This is the original fairy tale we're talking here. That's right, someone went out of their way to take a grim fairy tale and turn it into fan fiction. No, not that one. I'd just like to note that this is actually called Little Yuri Riding Hood. I'm not gonna fucking call it that. It sounds like I'm trying to extract an entire Volkswagen Beetle out of my tongue. Speaking of tongues, let's get on with the story.
Little Red Riding Hood, please bring this cake and wine to your sister. It seems that silly girl is so absorbed in her sorcery that she isn't eating properly.
Despite the fact it was her mother suggesting it, Little Red Riding Hood was pleased beyond measure. Though all others feared the forest, she loved it, for she sensed that countless wonderful and a wee mite dangerous secrets must be lurking in its depths. However, before she left, her mother gave her a warning.
Beware the wolf girl!
Okay, I'm starting to think that this is taking liberties with the original text now. Yet who should she encounter the very moment she set foot in the forest but the infamous Virgin Killer Wolf Girl? Virgin Killer? No, that's not the name I'd use. That's something I'd associate more with Jason Voorhees, quite frankly. Virginity Ender? Deflowerer? Hymen Splitter? Come on, use some imagination!
Where do you think you're going, sweet Little Red Riding Hood?
To visit my sister who lives in the hidden forest.
Little Red Riding Hood answered curtly, mindful of her mother's warning. Her aloof demeanor sets the wolf girl's heart aflutter.
I want to make her mine. Any sister of hers must be cute too. I'll take them both.
This is an internal monologue, right? Because if she's saying this out loud, it's going to be fucking awkward.
If you're off to see your sister, you should pick some wild flowers for her. I'll show you where to find them in the forest. Come here.
Little Red Riding Hood gasped and steeled herself when the wolf girl took her hand. Observing this, the wolf girl smiled a bit mockingly.
Are you afraid of the forest? Or is it me you fear?
Little Red Riding Hood prickled at her teasing.
Oh, no. I was thinking about taking her some flowers myself.
The wolf girl led Little Red Riding Hood to the flowers, then gleefully set off for the sisters' home. Little Red Riding Hood, left alone, failed to apply herself to a new task. Her heart was still pounding.
They say she's a virgin killer.
I still don't like that name, by the way.
But she didn't do anything odd to me. In fact, she was rather amazing. I bet she's a nice person at heart.
Her heart began to beat even faster as thoughts of being embraced by the wolf girl, fluttered, get back to that later, through her head.
How silly am I? But I would like to see her once again.
When did Little Red Riding Hood come to have such thoughts? That's not me saying that, that's literally what it just said. Just don't. I'm not that weird. Little Red Riding Hood's sister was hard at work in her magical laboratory, as was her wont. Then a knock came at the door.
Who's there?
It's Little Red Riding Hood, Wani-san. I've brought you some cake and wine.
Oh, come in. The door is unlocked.
The wolf girl burst in like a whirlwind, causing the oblivious girl's heart to skip a beat.
Who are you? What is this I'm feeling? What sort of spell have you cast upon me?
It's a kind of wolf attack magic, known as love.
Love? What? What the fuck? Who the fuck wrote this? Are they that much of a hack they can have a fucking thesaurus? Come on, a 30-second Google search would come up with a cooler naming spell. Like, I don't know, lust, infatuation, or, call it what it is, rehypnol. Ah! The wolf girl pounced on her, throwing her to the bed, and devouring her in no time at all. I do indeed see what you did there. Little Red Riding Hood's sister fell into a pleasant slumber. The wolf girl carried her into the next room, then slyly returned to the bed to await Little Red Riding Hood's arrival. Okay, all of you know what's coming, so I just want to point out one little thing. I don't want to point out too much of the illustration because I will get flagged if I do, but I just want to point out this little illustration. I have two things to say about it. One, that is the cutest gosh darn thing I've ever seen in my life. Second of all, is she fucking blind? Look at there! Look at there! Last time I checked, Little Red Riding Hood's sister wasn't an otaku's wet dream. Well, you get what I mean. It's not like her friend.
It's Little Red Riding Hood, Wani-san.
I'm not feeling well, so I'm resting in bed. Please open the door and come inside.
Oh dear, are you alright, Wani-san?
Little Red Riding Hood rushed to the bed, brimming with concern for her sister.
I'm so terribly cold. Please get in with me and warm me up.
Wait, what? Little Red Riding Hood obediently did as her sister bid.
My, what a big soft chest you have, Wani-san.
The better to embrace you with.
My, what a smooth bottom you have, Wani-san.
The better to feel pleasant to your touch.
My, what a soft
Well, thank fuck that stopped when it did. Little Red Riding Hood realized then that it was the wolf girl in her bed the whole time.
It can't be. Is this but a dream?
Yes, surrender your body to this fleeting dream.
Fireworks went off in Little Red Riding Hood's brain. She was entirely at the wolf girl's mercy. Suddenly, the door burst open with a bang.
How could you? You're cheating on me again, aren't you?
A huntswoman, rifle at the ready, stormed into the room. In fact, after spending a night with the wolf girl, she had developed a fixation with her and began stalking her. Little Red Riding Hood was astonished.
What? You have a lover?
Little Red Riding Hood's sister emerged from the next room looking disheveled.
Wani-san, don't tell me. It can't be. Little Red Riding Hood, you too?
The trio descended upon the wolf girl.
You weren't serious about me?
Which one of us do you love?
The wolf girl just grinned. She blew a kiss, then was gone in a rush like a whirlwind. In the end, Little Red Riding Hood had grown up a little bit. Her sister immersed herself yet more in her sorcery, and the huntswoman continued to stalk the wolf girl. Now, dear girls, do take care not to fall prey to the wolf girl's sweet talk. The end.
Oh, come on, that's the cleverest ending you could come up with. Even I could do better than that. Why not, be wary of wolf girls bearing false tits? Would you believe me if I told you that if you want to see more of my content, you should like and subscribe, follow me on Tumblr and Twitter, and share my content around as much as you possibly can? Well, if you want to see more of my content, you should like and subscribe, follow me on Tumblr and Twitter, and share my content around as much...